Hey, what's up? Whitebread here with another OP05 user guide. This time we are looking at Red Luffy from ST01. This is a fun deck to kind of like do a user guide on because today's theme is about being the most expensive deck in OPTCG so far. I think this is, most expensive deck based on TCG player and based on the West. The East side, I don't know what is the most expensive deck, but I've been seeing crazy prices that is coming out from the West side. So I thought I would do one most expensive deck, but not only that, because we're about functionality, it'll be a pretty competitive deck. When I play it's surprisingly very competitive, very good up against a lot of matchup. But enough rambling. Here is the deck profile. So first, of course, we need to look at our leader, Monkey D. Luffy, Supernova, Straw Hat Pirates type. Effect is activate main once per turn, give this leader all one of your characters up to one rested dawn. So this is the mechanic that we will revolve our character around. It's about, this deck is a lot about going wide and hitting hard, but later we'll see the strategy behind it. But surprisingly, giving one rested dawn to your character gains a lot of momentum, gives you a lot of momentum and a lot of leeway to do a lot of things that you want in a red deck, which is a lot of like beatdown type stuff, a lot of poke, a lot of beatdown. Let's look at some of the core cards that we are going to have in this deck. So first, from OP05, we have Chaka, Alabaster type, effect Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn, give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to your leader or one of your characters. Very, very similar to Luffy's effect. But the good thing is you can use Luffy's effect, attach 1 Dawn to Chaka, from his effect, activate and give 2 rested Dawn to another of your leader or character card. So this one gives you 3 rested Dawn. 3 rested Dawn worth of power to use. So you can actually drop Chaka and then actually immediately use the effect, which we will see later as well. But this is one of the core cards that makes this deck extra strong. Okay, some of this is the only card that is from OP05, which helps to like brighten up this leader. In OP04, I don't think Luffy was being played so often, but in OP05 with Chaka, it really comes alive, this deck. Okay, so next is we have like the 1 cost power, like the going wide set. You got the Buggy to search for your events. We got the Makino to actually increase your 1 cost character by 3000, like making Buggy a 6000 power attacker is very strong. And we got Dadan to search for our 1 cost character to go wide on the board. Next we have our Straw Hat Rush combination. So very standard. We got the OP01 Zoro, we got our ST01 Rush, Unblockable Luffy, and a new addition is Sanji from ST10. This is not bad card, cause a lot of the stronger power, a lot of the blockers, a lot of the like staple cards are actually 5000 and above. Yeah, so this is the rush effect is pretty guaranteed to be used. So very strong, and also he has a counter, so it will never be a dead card on the hand, unlike the other 2 rush cards. So next we have our counters. Okay, pretty standard 2k counters. We got Otama, Sanji, and also Radical Beam, because Radical Beam is now unrestricted. You can have 4 of them. Very, very good card to always must have in any red deck. Next, we have our Straw Hat support. If you can see from the beginning until now, a lot of Straw Hat cards. So having Nami as our searcher is definitely guaranteed. Okay, Chopper as our blocker, and also having Jet Pistol for removal. You can use others like I think OP05 comes Red Hawk. Is it Red Hawk? No. Yeah, I think our Fire Fist. That one is Sabo, so it's not a Straw Hat. But there's a lot of other removal cards that is available, not only for Jet Pistol. And then we got Diablo Jambe, which is to make our characters or any of our Straw Hats unblockable. Very strong effect. You don't really have to just rely on Luffy. The 5 cost unblockable Luffy. So at this point it might seem like I'm rushing through the entire deck, because this is a pretty I feel like it's pretty standard deck. A lot of the cards are before OP05 except for Chaka, and the main thing is we are looking at this deck is the tactics. And how surprisingly competitive this deck is, and also how expensive this deck can be. So let's look at some of the tactics here. So first, it's about going wide. Because of our one rested dawn, we actually not just because of our one rested dawn we can do more stuff, but we can make our board wide and quite and with a lot of attacks. Yeah, so imagine you're at turn 1. Okay, quite a standard hand that you can have. I drop a Nami, get me my whatever Straw Hat cards I want to have. I can have a Zoro at this point as well. Doesn't matter. We go into our second turn because it's the first turn for your opponent as well. So your opponent cannot attack in, cannot whatever. So Nami is definitely guaranteed on the board. From there, we actually can drop Makino, giving our Nami 3000 power. Now it's a 5000 power attacker. Okay, from there we can even attach one more Dawn onto Nami or our leader. Doesn't matter. On turn 2, we get 2 guaranteed hits already. Strong hits as well, very strong hits. Typically turn 1 your searcher characters cannot really hit. You need to hit with your leader instead. Especially going first, normally people attach hit with 5000 power or summon one of their blockers or 3000 like 3 cost something. But from here we can already have 2 hits, and on top of that we still can have Dadan to come down and search for another 1 cost character. Okay, this is very, very brutal. So going wide, we can this is only 3 Dawn. Imagine now, let's say we don't have it, we start drawing, and then we are going to like 5 Dawn, 7 Dawn, 9 Dawn. Imagine how wide your board can be. And just now, like I said, using Nami, you can search for your Luffy, search for your Zoro, and let's say you got 3 more extra Dawn, you can drop your Zoro, making the board almost full already at this point. Very, very strong effect. So next is hitting hard. Like I said, you can, just now we were going to draw Zoro or what. It will hit very hard, but with Luffy's effect and Chaka's effect, now you can hit even harder. So now imagine we're at turn 4, we have Chaka on board, and then now we're going to go in for a hit. From there you can drop Luffy, play Luffy, and at this point we attach 1 Dawn to Chaka, and then from Chaka's effect we attach 2 Dawn to we can actually attach 2 Dawn to our leader actually, instead of the unblockable Luffy. Actually we should attach to unblockable Luffy, so now Luffy is unblockable. From there we can also attach now 2 Dawns to our leader. Now we have a 7k hit, and 8k unblockable hit. That is there is a total of 6 cards on hand. Let's say all your cards on hand is like you can block this one is 6 cards off your hand or opponent hand. No matter how big his hand, let's say it's Sakazuki or what is a good hand resource, or ST11 Uta, or Uta is not out yet, so now gain resource, or Corazon, all their hand will be gone at this point already. Six cards from hand will be disappeared from just these 3 attacks, hitting really, 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 really hard. Very strong. Or if not, if you are planning to finish your opponent, this is also a very good strategy. Having 7k, if not, instead of attaching the 2 active dawn to your leader, you can activate the 2 active dawn to Luffy, bringing up to 10k, unblockable, hit into your opponent. So strong hitters. Okay. Next is this is the summary of my deck. So quite standard, like whatever we have gone through previously. The core cards is over there, except maybe I add this the 0 cost event card to get rid of any stuck hand. Like I got too many Luffys, too many Zoros, which typically isn't the case. Having them on hand allows you to kind of like play them more often. You're not worried that it gets removed, and they want to remove them really very quickly, so you let them remove. They can act like a blocker because they are rushed, so you hit your opponent, or your opponent feel like he needs to hit into your character. So I don't really find it very often, but that's why I only have two off of this card. But sometimes you never know, you need to use this to get rid of to counter out of daily attack. Yeah, so I have it over here. So this is the deck. Like I said, the only OP05 card is Chaka. If not, the rest are before OP05. I think OP04 other there's some like Alabasta card, so OP04 is also included. So and maybe the most like recent one will be ST10. But when I say all this, let's actually go into the cost of getting all these cards. All the cards that I'm going to show it will be like max rarity, okay? And I want you all to see how expensive, okay, based on TCG Player, like recently, the TCG Player website lah, how expensive these cards are at max rarity. And let's just get into it lah. So first we look at in order to get this Sanji, we need to get the SD10 deck. We need to get 2 copies of this SD10 deck. Actually, do we need to get 2 copies or 1 copies? Doesn't matter. It is almost insignificant when we are looking at later prices. Okay, so our starting cost from just these 2 decks is already $70 USD. I must say this is USD. Okay, so next is our 2K counter Sanji. On OPTCG is $41 each card. Okay, $41 each card of this rare alternate art character from OP01, and we need 4 copies of it. So now add to our total cost of 238 or 239. Next we look at our new cards, special cards coming out from the premium card collection set. So this one I think it's called the best selection. But this one is not out yet. You need to pre-order, and the pre-order prices is I think 146 based on OPTCG. Not based on OPTCG, based on the TCG Player. And we need 4 copies of it. Okay, bring our total to about $800 now, but we are still not done yet. Okay, one of the surprisingly most expensive, and what actually inspired me to do this actual deck profile is getting the ST01 deck itself. Luckily, we only need to get one copy of this because we only put two copies of each card into the deck, but it is $200 per deck. So if you want to put more copies of this, you need to actually buy a second one, and it's $200 for this deck. Okay, lucky we only need one, bring our total to actually $1,000. We already passed the $1,000 mark already. But let's continue. We are not done yet. Now these cards are the one that are going out for crazy prices in the US right now. So first we have Chopper, the Championship Chopper. Yeah, I don't know. You need to be the champion or like in top 8 or top 2 or top 4. But you know, he is the tournament chopper. One of the best looking chopper actually in the set. But anyways, this one card is $238. I think this is the same price as when we got the Sanji, like we got 200 plus. This one card beats it already. Okay, and we need 3 copies of it. Okay, bring our total to about 1,700. Okay, but we are still not done. We are getting a set of Otama. Okay, this one is, I think, participant, like you just join and then you open the packs and then you get this card. But this card alone is also $200, and we need 2 copies of it. Okay, I don't know why this card, it's really very cute lah, the Otama, but it's so expensive. It's a staple 2K counter, but yeah, it's just so expensive. Bring our total to actually $2,000, really past the $2,000 mark. Okay, and then next, everybody's waifu, Nami from surprisingly, the SP Nami is not expensive. The other alternate arts of Nami is not expensive. This searcher is reprinted to hell already. The OP01 alternate art from the set itself is the one that is the most expensive, and it's $280. We need 4 copies of it. Now we pass another $1,000. We are at $3,000 already. Okay. Another card that is recent and brought the price even higher is our dear friend, the ST01 Unblockable Luffy. Also another card reprinted to hell already with many alternate arts, including one of the most expensive card here, the Older Sign card from OP05. Currently the card is going for about $2,000. I think it might go down because the hype might not be there, but the English release of the card game, the structure is a little bit different, so it might maintain its price lah. But you know, either way, we need 4 copies of this, which brings our total price now to over 10k. At this point, if you are thinking of building this deck, please contact me. I want to see it in real life, and I need to be your friend. But you know, we are not stopping here. We still have more cards to review, and definitely one of the cards is this Championship Zoro. One of the sickest Zoro cards out there. I think hands down this is the sickest Zoro card. Even though OP06 there is a manga Zoro, this is still one of the best looking card out there. And it, for good reason, it costs almost $3,000, and we need 4 copies of it. This almost matches the price of our total price from the previous. Before this card, we got with this card, it almost double our current value to actually $22,000. And to put the cherry on top of this very expensive cake, we have our leader Luffy, the most expensive card in all of One Piece right now. I think OP05 manga Luffy is trying to catch up to this card, but it will never catch up to this card. Never catch up to this card. This card is just untouchable at this point, and for good reason. The art looks really sick, and you can only get this, and you can never get this anymore. No more already. Nobody else is getting this card anymore. I don't think they will bring this card back for another tournament. Okay, which makes this card over $4,000. I mean, it might not seem a lot, but this is one card. Okay, lucky is a leader card. We only need one. Bring our total price to very close to $30,000, but now we are at $27,000. Like I say, if at this point, if you are building this deck, you need to. I want to see this deck in real life. I want to see every card comes down in real life, because this is the most expensive deck that I can think of so far that is competitive. You can really play this and win first prize, and that's what I truly believe. But if not, you can try the deck out. Let me know. But I really believe, from my playtesting, it's a very solid deck. Okay. If not, we come to the end of our guide. I hope you enjoy this one. This is something different. That I don't show a lot of the meta decks, or talk about decks that are a little bit more obscure. This one is competitive, and like the theme is more about like the price of the deck. So I hope you like it. I'll upload a gameplay of this deck on the second channel, the White Bread TCG2. I still have I might upload the deck profile on TikTok as well. So you can follow me on this on there. If not, thank you very much. That's all from me. Okay, bye.